Hello, and thank you for trusting me to read for you. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a single reading, and I have my cards here. We have the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have the Oracles of Yes or No Relationship Edition, and then we have the Energy Oracles. And I'm going to be using all three of them today. So it's really something I want to share with you as well is that in this format, when my camera zooms in on a card, if it does, I'll pull more clarifying cards for that. I also decided to add your finance reading to the video because I feel like video readings are a lot of fun. So I wanted to be able to do that for you as well. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with the Oracles of Yes or No Relationship Edition because our first 5 questions are yes or no questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards. This is actually a deck of cards that I channeled myself, and on the cards there is a word that will bring some energy to the situation so that we can kind of shift the energy if there's something that needs to be shifted. So, card number 1, are they single for a reason? Number 2, will they always be single? Card number 3, is being single good for them? Card number 4, is there anyone who has a crush on them? And card number 5, what should they do while they're single? Is not going to be a yes or no question. Give me 1 second. Let me get the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Oh, that one fell right out. All right, we're ready there with with an answer. Okay, so card number 1. Are you single for a reason? No. Who knew? There is not anything about you right now that's keeping you single. There is not anything that's holding people back from you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are single right now because it is time to be single. So there's nothing wrong with you, or there's no reason to feel that people are either like rejecting you or that you are being abandoned. You're going at just the right pace through the relationships that you're in. So card number 2 is, will I always be single? No. And if you feel that you're always going to be single, you're headed for failure. So when you're saying to yourself things like, there's no good guys out there, or there's no good girls out there, or nobody wants me, or everybody is in a relationship already, all the good ones are taken. Like if you're having those kind of like disparaging thoughts, that's what's going to bring you to failure, but you won't always be single. One of the best things I ever saw on a TikTok was telling the universe that you want to be in alignment with your next right person. Ooh. Don't look for the one, look for the next right person. There's been so much energy that's built up over the term the one that people really get stuck on it, and it's going to cause some failure for you. It causes failure for a lot of people. So just tell the universe that you want to line up with the next right one, and you're going to find somebody very quickly. I can feel their energy actually around you already. So you either have met this person already or you're going to be meeting them shortly. Card number 3, is being single good for me? Yes, because it helps you stay playful. When you're single, you have a really good time going and doing things and communicating with people. Like you're very playful, you're very fun. So right now, it's super for you to be single because of the fact that you are enjoying and playing where you are. I don't really feel that you are like, I'll never get a relationship. You're just never feeling like you're going to get the good relationship. The one who shows up, the one who does what they say they're going to do, the one who communicates, the one who tells you that they're happy that they know you. You're walking around with this fear of that failing and never getting that. So then card number 4, is there anyone who has a crush on me? No, not right now. So they must, because I do feel some energy around you as a relationship coming in. So I feel like you may be spending a lot of time crying about how you don't have a relationship. Also, when other people around you are getting into relationships, it will really behoove you to celebrate those relationships with those persons. So instead of saying things like, oh, I wish I could find my person, or I wish I was engaged, or I wish I was getting married, you're really going to want to only celebrate them, because what's happening in that situation is you're bringing the energy of weddings and relationships and happiness when you're happy that other people have it. So when you see like a couple who has been married for 50 years, be happy for them. They made it. They found each other. They went through some really difficult times. Like, you're going to be able to do that same kind of thing when you are in the energy of it. So then the next one is, what is your blocks to relationships? This is showing as the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is, excuse me, I had a little hiccup, nurturing. The Queen of Cups is like, as you can see, there's like this really like comforting energy. The issue is that you're comforting and being there for people who have not made a commitment to you yet. So you have these people come into your life and you feel like, oh, this is going to be a really good thing. They're paying this like incredible amount of attention to me. I'm really getting what I want. This is going super. But you're getting a little bit ahead of where the other person is. So you don't have to let the other person lead it, or only they can make the first move. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you're meeting someone and you're like, wow, I really like you. And they're like, yeah, I like you too. And they're like, all right, let me take care of all the problems. So that's not how the relationships that are really healthy, that have that longevity, that's not how they get started. There has to be a level of return and equal and give and take. So make sure that when you are with someone, ask yourself, do I feel fulfilled by what I'm doing right now? And then later on, if you're feeling upset by it, or if you don't feel fulfilled, ask yourself, okay, what changed? Why do I not feel fulfilled right now? Ask yourself these questions, because your higher self is going to help you answer these questions. But you will only get these answers if you start asking those questions. Why am I okay with this person's actions? So those are the first 5. And now we're going to go ahead, and these are going to be some tarot card answers. So let me just go ahead and, oh, you know what? Let me put this card back in here. Let's go ahead and we will shuffle, and then we will ask some questions about things that are blocking the relationship, etc. So bear with me one second. Okay, so question number 1, blocks to a relationship. Blocks to the relationship. Number 2, what things are blocking you? Move these down a little bit so they don't have as much of a glare. Number 3, what should you shift? Number 4, some insight from the tarot. This is usually from like your spirit guides or guides that want to work with you. And then the 10th card is, wow, that one just flew across the floor. 10th card is another one of the tarot insights, which actually the tarot really wanted you to know this one. It flew out of my hand and onto the floor. All right, so blocks to a relationship is showing as the reverse Knight of Swords. So the reverse Knight of Swords energy is actually out of control. There is no peace to it. The picture's really interesting, really hot. I think it's really interesting that those people are watching from the side. So I do feel that there are people who are also kind of gossiping about you and what you like. And so it's kind of like made you feel like what you like. You almost feel a little bit ashamed for the things that you like in your life, or how you like to do things in your life. Let's pull a clarifier card on that since the camera zoomed in on it. What do we need to know about that? I want to know about those people. What do we need to know about the people that are interfering in this? So it came up that the interference is showing up with the energy of 8 of Cups. So this is about some abandonment. It's about you kind of opened up to some people about like what you wanted or what you were looking for, and they left. And that's really caused you, I'm going to hold the picture up so you can see a little bit better. That's really caused you to lose your happiness. Like, look at how happy they are. Like, you're so worried about what other people are thinking about what you like and how you like, what kind of people you like or what you're attracted to, that you're finding some shame around it. I feel like some of that shame is really coming in. That's so crazy. Look at this book I have here. This was not planned. Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw is a book that I have been reading. And I feel that you're feeling a little bit ashamed about some of the things that you're looking for in a relationship. And that's definitely something that is blocking your chance of getting a connection, because no connections coming into you because you're not allowing what you actually want. You're allowing what you think other people want you to have. So then for you specifically, what is blocking you is showing as the upright King of Wands. I feel that there's an alpha male in your life. There's somebody really strong in your life. This is somebody who has the energy of like a leader, but I don't feel that it's a leader that you picked for yourself. It almost has a feeling of like a spiritual, like a pastor or some kind of like, it actually feels like a pastor, like where they're making the choices. It could even be somebody in your life that you look up to, but it's definitely a male. And this person has kind of told you a lot of how things should go, and it is affecting you because it built up that shame. Because this authoritative alpha male is saying, well, it should be like blah, blah, blah. And then you're not like that. You don't fit in that mold. And that's okay. People who don't fit in the mold are spectacular. So it is totally okay that you don't fit in the mold of that person. But you have to realize that you feeling like this person's like opinions and thoughts and actions and what they're telling you to do, how they're like kind of running your life, if you continue following what this person has said rather than what you want, you're going to keep getting the results that you're currently getting. So what do you need to shift is showing as the Two of Cups, which is totally awesome because the Two of Cups is about romantic love. It's about proposals and marriage. I feel like you have been given some ideas of what marriage would look like. And you're looking for this like stereotypical marriage that most people are comfortable with, but it's not what you want. And what you want is in this energy of romance and love. And there's a way that you feel that you will be romanced. So what this person is telling you is it's something that's like this established idea, like, oh, the man has to have a job and the woman has to clean the house. Like, you're totally going against some kind of established thing that society has said. So like polyamory, or like you're going off the beaten path when it comes to relationships, and you're feeling really ashamed of it because you were told that if it didn't fit in this cookie cutter, it wasn't a relationship. So you either feel that you're being like, you'll never find somebody like this person because this person has a different like agenda than you do. You want romantic love. And that's going to be able to come in for you when you are able to say, this is what I want and this is what I decided is my goal. So then the tarot insight is showing as the King of Swords, which is really cool because so the King of Swords is quick thinking and thoughtful. This is your energy. Now, the energy of the tarot, especially for me, because I read gender neutral, because I feel like there are a lot more relationships than just one man, one woman. So I read in the idea that there are other ways that we can look at things. So it's really interesting because I feel that this was a leader in your life, but I feel that this is you fine tuning your masculine energy. It's fine tuning your own leadership in your life. So you're no longer letting this other energy decide things for you. You're stepping into your own power and saying, I get to make the decisions. I'm the one that has to live the life. I saw this something the other day that it was, if you aren't feeding me, fucking me, or financing me, then you don't get to say anything. So those are, you can step into your adult energy and be like, I want to do what I want to do. And it's really interesting because once again, there's a person watching from the window. I feel like that caught my attention again. So anyway, then we have the last tarot insight, and then we'll do the clarity card. So the last tarot insight is coming up as the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords energy is about putting yourself in a mental prison. It's about the idea that the things that you're worried about are going to come true and they're going to be bad things. Ooh, here we go. So what's happening is if you feel that we need another clarity card. If you don't go by what that masculine authority says, it's going to be like, oh, well, I'll never find, that's how you're supposed to get true love. So if I don't follow them, then that's what's going to happen. They want you to know a lot about what you put in your mind. All right. So what I'm actually going to do, because I feel like we've kind of figured this part out, I'm going to move this up because I feel like this is almost like a little mini reading that your guides wanted you to have. So let's do that. We're going to do what is the past, present, future of this Eight of Swords thought process. So the past for this is the reverse Devil card. So this is about leaving an abusive situation. So I feel like you actually have already been in that type of relationship that the King of Wands wanted you to be in. You've already been in that type of situation, and you did not want to stay in that type of situation because it didn't make you happy. And ultimately, being in a relationship should make you happy. You should have a good time while you're in a relationship. So in the past, you tried this person's way, this energy's way, because this might also be like a church itself and not necessarily a leader, but it's a thought process. So then presently, we're looking at the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about this desire for long-term change, but also it's about a fear of change. You're almost afraid to go away from what this person said. Now, it could be that you are worried about going away from what that person said because you're afraid of either being ostracized or being cast out of the organization. This happens a lot with different cults and sects where if you're not following what they want anymore, then you are just cut off. And sometimes you're cut off from your whole entire family. And I feel that that's kind of a little bit of what you may be dealing with is if I live the life I really want, the people that I care about might not come along with it. And that is a potential for you, actually. But always choose yourself. You'll definitely be happier in the end. So then the future of the choice, let's say if you have the future, is showing as the reverse Five of Swords. The reverse Five of Swords is a fair fight. It's a peace after trouble. It's where you find your King of Swords. That was beautiful. I really feel that you need to start getting out of the fear that this energy here will be able to do anything at all to you. The only thing that energy is doing and is capable of is putting you in this position where you feel lost and alone and like things just won't work out the way you want them to. So you really have to let go of your beliefs that were given to you at a very young age regarding relationships. Awesome! I'm so excited. I can feel your energy. I feel like you're really happy. That's pretty awesome. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pull three energy cards that are going to give you some insight into what you should be like moving towards. Now, this can be used for meditation or for prayer, or it can also be used for like journaling. It's whatever you're going to want to use to change your energy. So let's see how we can do this. So the first one is focus on this. The second one is let go of this. And the third one is journal about this. So these are three things that I really feel you have a spirit guide that's working with you. You also have some romance angels that are working. You're getting adjustments. You're having dreams that are kind of giving you ideas of what to do. So the first one is focus on this, seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. So your seventh chakra is your crown chakra. It's your connection to the higher self, the higher power, the godlike figure. It's your connection. And I feel that through some meditation, you're going to be able to open that up. And then while you're having that come open for you, you're going to find that this is something that shifts quite easily for you. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pull a clarity card on this from, this is the Monday Morning Tarot. I got it out because we're going to use it for your finance reading next as well. So you're really going to want to focus on balancing your seventh chakra. Your seventh chakra is actually blocked. So what I would definitely suggest for you is to find a guided meditation for opening all of your chakras. But this is really going to change how you perceive things, and it's really going to help you with your own like guidance. You're going to be able to find what you really need on your own. Just move those up. All right, so card number 2, let go of this. Let go of some attachments. I feel that you do have attachments to the energy that was coming in from the King of Wands. So let's see what that energy is saying. So it's showing us the reverse judgment card, which is really cool because I feel that this is because the reverse judgment card is about a judgment in error. And I feel that you chose to follow this person. I feel like they were introduced to you, though. I don't feel that you searched them out. But the reverse judgment card is basically this energy that says, hey, your judgment was weakened when you made this choice, but you can actually make a different choice and it will bring you a different outcome. So then the other clarity card on that was showing as the reverse Princess of Wands, which is very interesting because I feel that some of this energy, that wand energy, really was passed down to you. Okay. I'm just waiting for a moment to see if there's any, like if it goes full on it. Okay, so then what you need to journal about is showing as the healer of the ages. Okay, this is big. I feel this big energy. So the healer of the ages energy, I feel that some of this religious, these like thought processes that were coming in were brought to you by people who were saying, oh, well, this is what the healer of the ages wants. And I feel that you have gotten some incorrect answers. So let's go ahead and we are going to pull these last 3 cards here to be what the healer of the ages wants you to know. So first we're showing as the reverse Ace of Pentacles. The reverse Ace of Pentacles is about the fact that the people who were around you are greedy for your energy. They don't want you to be in another type of relationship because they want you to be focused on their like thought processes or their things that they really want. So I'm going to pull another card. The next one is the reverse 2 of Wands. The reverse 2 of Wands is about plans falling apart. If you continue to follow the thought processes that this like group or leader taught you, it is going to make it so that you don't get in the relationship that you want. All right, there we go. And then the other piece is the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords, when it's upright, it's about balancing 2 forces. So there may even be things that you really like value about this group that kind of gave you some information, but that doesn't mean that you picking what you want will take you away from the things that you love. The other piece, I feel like on one hand, but then on the other hand, it feels like, well, if you do or if you don't. So there's two options to everything. There's more than two, actually. So one side brings you the sun, which, wow, look at her hands too. That's cool. And one side brings you the 5 of Cups. So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. And the 5 of Cups is about loss, regret, grief, and abandonment. It couldn't have been even more clear if this was the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is the saddest card in the deck, and the sun is the happiest. So you're going to have a choice. You have a choice. And I feel that it's really cool that they match. Their synchronicity. Choose your happiness. Choose what makes you happy. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to clear these out. And we're going to go ahead and... These cards are a little more difficult to shuffle, but we're going to let them shuffle because I'm going to do your finance reading right now. That's a 2-card reading, and then we'll do the bonus energy cards. So we have, what do I need to know about my finances? And what does the universe have in store for me? I'm actually, for your bonus, going to pull a 3rd card. Let's see what... I just felt like doing that. All right. So card number 1, what do I need to know about my finances? This is showing as the energy of the 2 of Cups. So I feel like you're going to have a proposal for a partnership. Somebody is going to be really interested in what you're going to want to do with your finances. So if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you are moving towards a choice that you're making, somebody's going to come along and they're really going to want to be involved in it. I think this is really cool because you had the reading about being single, and now in your finances, it's like the card for love and romance comes up. So I feel that you should focus on your finances right now. Don't focus on love. Don't focus on romance. Don't focus on getting in with anybody. Focus on your finances, because when you're able to focus on your finances, you're going to bring in the energy of abundance, which is also the energy that brings in more people, more relationships. So the number 2, what does the universe have in store for me? This is showing as the 6 of Cups. So this is about nostalgia. And I feel that you have had a lot of things in your life that you have dreamed of. You have dreamt of the future. You know what it looks like. You know what you want it to look like. And this energy with your finances, there's a lot attached to love with your finances. Also, there's a lot attached to emotions, because the cups are the suit of emotions. So I feel that when it comes to finances, you're really starting to like get emotional about it. You may be scared about things. You may think that things won't work out. You may be looking at the past and seeing when things didn't work out. So let's go ahead and pull your clarity. What are you going to be nostalgic for? Is showing as the reverse 9 of Swords. So the energy of the reverse 9 of Swords is about rest. It's about recovery. I feel that you were feeling tormented in the past when it came to your finances. So it's actually landed right here in the middle. So I'm not going to be pulling any clarity on those two. But let's go ahead and read the other one that landed before. So this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is pretty awesome, because the Ace of Pentacles is about a new source of income. It's about grabbing onto that pentacle and moving forward. And I really feel that when you start paying attention to and focusing on your finances instead of a love relationship, you're really going to find everything you've been looking for. You're going to have the finances and the love, and they're going to actually go hand in hand. I think it's really interesting because, like, when I said hand in hand, like, look at this hand has this, right? And then that hand has this cup. So I really feel that things are going, like, this could be the same person. So focus on your finances. I know it sounds like a weird place to start to look for love coming in, but I feel that they're definitely connected. You may take a class and meet the person. You may try to get your taxes done and meet the person. Like, focus on finances because it's actually the door that opens up what else you're looking for. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you and for trusting me to read for you. And I look forward to reading for you again.